The most beloved tech entrepreneur in Hollywood, the charity guy, the anti-trafficking hero, the golden boy.
Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
That's Ricky Gervais, and he's done holding back. What just dropped is absolutely catastrophic for Ashton Kutcher, because the Epstein files didn't just mention his name. They documented something way darker. Emails, direct communications, a connection to the exact network that destroyed lives. But here's what nobody is talking about yet. This isn't just about emails. This isn't just about proximity to monsters. Ashton Kutcher and Mila helped Epstein. Not just knew about it, helped. And the reason Ricky's warning him to run? Because the deeper you dig into Ashton's charity empire, his business dealings, his protection network, the more the entire story unravels, and the media's silence becomes complicity. This is the most damning takedown of a Hollywood elite you're about to witness. Okay, let's talk about what just happened in Hollywood, because this isn't conspiracy anymore. This is documented. This is receipts. And this is about to dismantle everything you thought you knew about one of America's most trusted faces. For years, Ashton Kutcher has been positioned as Hollywood's conscience, the guy fighting traffic, the startup investor with a moral compass, the father who just wants to protect kids. It's a beautiful image, pristine, untouchable, except the Epstein files just blew it all open. And Ricky Gervais made sure the entire world knew. Let me take you back to where this all started, the 1990s. A kid from Iowa gets cast on That 70s Show at 19 years old. And on that same set, there's a 14-year-old girl named Mila Kunis. Here's where it gets weird immediately. The two are supposed to share a romantic scene. And according to a 2002 Rosie O'Donnell interview that hardly anyone talks about anymore, Ashton's castmate Danny Masterson, the same guy who's now in prison for serious criminal offenses, made a bet.
$10 if you French kiss her.
And Ashton went along with it. A 19-year-old actor sharing an on-screen romantic moment with a much younger co-star after a bet was made on set. Oh, he's so cute. It's the Calvin Klein model. I have to kiss him. I was so nervous and uncomfortable. I had the biggest crush on him. That's Mila reflecting on the moment years later. Nervous and uncomfortable. A young performer placed in an unusual situation. But that moment was only the beginning of a larger conversation about Hollywood culture and the systems that allowed certain situations to happen. Fast forward through the rom-coms, the tech investments, and the awards, and Ashton had built an empire. Then renewed attention surrounding the Epstein case brought scrutiny to old documents and reported communications involving members of Ashton's team and Ghislaine Maxwell, a close associate of Jeffrey Epstein, who was later convicted of serious crimes. Reports claimed there were attempts to arrange meetings, set visits, and introductions, though these claims remain the subject of public discussion and should not be treated as established facts without verified evidence with verified evidence.
Epstein files reveal Ashton Kutcher allegedly tapped into Ghislaine Maxwell's network to scout out a promising not-of-age girl.
Emails provide specific instructions, meeting points, contact numbers, all coordinated through Ashton's assistant, Ellie Halsman. The girl was supposed to visit the set of Punk'd, meet Ashton, and allegedly get help becoming an actress. It's the exact same playbook that Epstein used. But here's what's crucial. This wasn't an accident. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This was coordinated, documented evidence. And when Ricky Gervais saw it, he went public immediately. But the Epstein connection is only part of the story. Because look at Ashton's immediate circle. Danny Masterson, assault, convicted. Diddy, federal indictment, human trafficking, assault. The whole empire imploding. And when Masterson went down, when the accusations came out in 2017, what did Ashton do? He fought to keep him on his Netflix show. Then he wrote a character letter to the judge, a glowing letter, vouching for a rapist. That's his apology, read directly from a PR script. No emotion, no genuine reflection, just damage control.
We are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims.
But here's the thing. That excuse doesn't track. You don't defend a convicted rapist because his family asked you to. You defend him because you know something. because you're protecting the network. And that's when people started asking, what does Ashton really know? This is when Ashton executed a brilliant PR move. He looked at his situation, surrounded by predators, implicated in the Epstein files, vulnerable to exposure. And instead of running, he did something genius. He started an anti-trafficking charity. In 2010, Ashton and then-wife Demi Moore founded Thorn. The mission? Fight child exploitation online. Build tools to help law enforcement. Be the hero of the story instead of the villain.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
Genius, right? You can't be a trafficking facilitator if you're the guy fighting trafficking. It's the perfect alibi, the perfect cover.
Day job is as the chairman and the co-founder of Thorn. We build software to fight human trafficking in the sex exploitation.
But here's what the financial documents reveal. Thorn has become one of the most controversial charities in Hollywood. Tens of millions in revenue, millions spent on lobbying, investments funneled directly into Ashton's personal venture capital fund, Sound Ventures. And who's his co-owner on Sound Ventures? Ron Burkle. Ron Burkle appears on the Epstein flight logs. So Ashton's charity, the one supposed to fight trafficking, is financially entangled with someone directly connected to Epstein. And then Thorn uses that money to lobby governments for mass surveillance technologies that conveniently give them access to encrypted communications on WhatsApp and Signal. So you've got Ashton running a charity with Epstein-connected money, lobbying for surveillance tools that compromise privacy, all while his charity claims to protect children. It's not protection, it's access, it's infrastructure. It's a network disguised as activism. Now, here's what makes this undeniable. Because Ashton isn't just someone with bad connections, according to trafficking survivors cited in the released documents, not just knowing about it, not just being proximate to it, involved in luring victims. That's a trafficking survivor saying Ashton's entire anti-trafficking empire might be a front, a way to get access to vulnerable kids while simultaneously building an image as their protector. It's the perfect crime, the perfect cover story. But Ashton isn't operating alone. He's part of a broader network of celebrities using charity as cover. Look at Diddy. He visited orphanages in Kazakhstan, raised money, built an image, and then federal agents found warehouses of evidence of human trafficking and sexual abuse. Same pattern, different names. Charity as cover, philanthropy as access, public image as shield. And how many celebrities are doing this right now? How many are using charity foundations to gain proximity to vulnerable children? How many will be exposed next? But there's another element to this that people are overlooking, because Ashton's public statements, when he lets his guard down, reveal disturbing attitudes toward young women. Remember when he made that comment about Hillary Duff? Stop. Let that sink in. An adult male in a position of power, on camera, saying that about a young girl? We're all waiting for her to turn 18? Why would everyone be waiting for her to be of age? What are the intentions? Why would you say something like that unless you were part of a group that had designs on her?
One of the girls that we're all waiting for to turn.
That's not a joke. That's not banter. That's predatory language. That's a man in a powerful position identifying a young girl and talking about the countdown to her adulthood, like she's prey. And it connects directly to his pattern of behavior with Maxwell, with underage girls on set, with his entire network. But the crimes don't stop at networking, because Ashton's also engaged in direct financial corruption. In 2023, Kutcher and Kunis were fined $1 million by the SEC for conducting an unregistered cryptocurrency offering, Project Stoner Cats, an NFT project.
I was hoping that that statement was going to be in this video because that's a very creepy thing to say. You have a girl that's underage It's very strange as an adult male to say, we're all waiting for her to be of age. Why would everyone be waiting for her to be of age? She's a good-looking young girl. Why do you want her to turn 18? What are your intentions with her at that age? Just seems very, very strange to say something like that, especially on camera.
So, while running an anti-picking charity while claiming to be a social activist, Ashton's also defrauding investors in cryptocurrency schemes. It's not a side hustle. It's a pattern. It's a lifestyle. It's how the network operates. Charity on one hand, fraud and predation on the other. And the SEC was paying attention. Every financial document reveals the same thing. Ashton using his platform and his foundation to enrich himself while maintaining a public image as a protector. It's the ultimate grift, and it's been working for years. But now that the Epstein files are public, now that survivors are speaking, now that the documents are being analyzed, Ashton and Mila have gone into emergency mode. They're doing staged appearances, they're featuring their kids in media to rehabilitate their image. They're doing carefully vetted interviews. They're trying to gauge the social temperature with every move. It's transparent, it's desperate. It's the death rattle of a crumbling empire. And that cold reception, that's not random. That's public awareness setting in. That's people connecting the dots. But here's what Ricky Gervais is most angry about, and what should concern all of us. The media isn't covering this story. Not adequately. Not thoroughly. Not with the urgency it deserves. Why is that? Is it because Ashton's wealthy? Is it because he has powerful friends? Is it because his PR team is controlling the narrative? Is it because media outlets depend on tech advertising dollars? Whatever the reason, the silence is deafening. And the longer the media stays silent, the more time Ashton has to consolidate his position, move his money, build his legal defense. Journalism is supposed to hold power accountable, but when it comes to Ashton Kutcher, the press has been complicit in his cover-up. And here's what Ricky Gervais wants the world to understand. Because none of this adds up unless you're willing to ask the hard questions. Because the evidence suggests they did. The financial documents suggest the latter. Money, access, power. Usual reasons. But here's the final question, the one that matters most. Because Ashton Kutcher didn't create this system alone. He just perfected it. The system that allows predators to operate in plain sight. The system that rewards them with wealth and power and prestige. The system that protects them through media silence and legal maneuvering and strategic PR. It's the same system that enabled Epstein. The same system that enabled Diddy. The same system that enabled Harvey Weinstein and Danny Masterson and 1,000 other predators whose names we'll never know. And Ashton Kutcher, he's part of that system. He benefited from it. He protected it. And now that it's crumbling, he's running. Or trying to
Shut
anyway.
up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
He's not just criticizing Ashton Kutcher. He's indicting an entire system. A system where the accused predator becomes the judge, where the facilitator becomes the savior, where the guy surrounded by evidence of complicity gets to wear a halo and run a charity and make business deals and escape accountability. He's saying, I don't care if you like him. I don't care if he was on a show you loved. The evidence is undeniable. Not just friends with predators, not just proximate to crime, friends with, supporters of, defenders of. There's a difference, and it's damning. This is why Ricky Gervais warned Ashton Kutcher to run. Not metaphorically, literally. Because the Epstein files are public. The emails are documented. The survivor testimony is on record. The financial corruption is being investigated. The media is slowly waking up. And the system that's protected him for years is crumbling. And once those direct proofs emerge, once testimony is given, once deals are made, once the full extent of the network is exposed, Ashton Kutcher's carefully constructed image won't protect him anymore. The charity won't be a shield. The PR team won't be able to spin it. The wealth and connections won't buy his way out because this isn't about reputation anymore. This is about justice. So here's what we know. Emails documenting Ashton coordinating with Ghislaine Maxwell to meet girls. A survivor accusing him of involvement in traffic. A charity that simultaneously fights traffic and may facilitate it. Financial entanglement with Epstein-connected figures. Creepy public statements about young girls. A pattern of defending convicted predators. Millions in fraud through crypto schemes. Media silence and hesitation to investigate. A desperate PR campaign that's failing. That's not coincidence. That's not bad judgment. That's a pattern. And Ricky Gervais saw it, named it,
And Ricky Gervais stopped being silent a long time ago. So should we all.